Let's see, Wall Street Silver. Pierre, Trudeau is not a liberal. So here's Pierre Poilievre saying something that I've been saying for a long time. So this Pierre Poilievre is the leader of the Conservative Party in Canada, leading in the polls anywhere from 15 to 20%, depending on the poll. Looks like he's certainly going to bring in a majority parliamentary government in the next election, which won't be until late 2025, unfortunately. So we've got to wait for that. But he's doing very well. Let's see what he has to say about liberal Justin Trudeau.
Justin Trudeau is not a liberal. It might surprise you to hear me say that. He's not a liberal. Liberals used to believe in liberty, and conservatives believed in conserving it. That was the common sense consensus we had in Canada. Justin Trudeau does not believe in liberty. He believes in government control. He wants to control your money. He wants to control your kids. He wants to control the economy, control your speech, control your bank account. He wants to control everything. That is illiberal. It's the opposite of liberalism. I don't want to run your life. I want to run your government. And a government that does a few things well rather than a lot of things poorly, a government that minds its own business and lets people live their lives.
Radio Streamer says, give that man an apple. So, yeah, that all sounds good to me. Now, I'm not naive, right? He's going to have to prove it to me, Pierre Poilievre, but I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm certainly going to vote Conservative in the next election, obviously. He's right, and I've been saying it for years now. Trudeau is not a liberal. He is illiberal. An actual real liberal is pro-free speech. I mean, that's what liberals used to be. In fact, there wasn't, if you go back not that many decades, there was so much overlap between conservatives and liberals that we had pretty stable societies, much more stable societies than we have now. Now, there's not much overlap, right? Like, Trudeau is not a liberal. Trudeau is illiberal, as we've seen with all of his internet censorship bills, the latest of which is C-63. You can see my videos on that. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe. You can see my videos on Bill C-63 and just how fucking crazy it is. I mean, I don't know. Life prison for hate speech crime? That seems insane. That seems like something that would happen in China. Only, and they probably call it a hate speech crime in China as well, actually, right? Because it's just hate is whatever the regime doesn't like. So, yeah, Trudeau is certainly not a liberal. Let's see what the internet has to say about it. Again, liberal it's been redefined into something that it never was before. Today's liberals are not liberals. They're far leftists. They've been racing as far left as they can for a long time now. It's really come down to now just between sane and insane, between far left and sane, far left and reality. That's what it is. So any sane person, any person who recognizes the reality around them is now, because the labels have all been shifted, that person is now conservative, or, Trudeau would call them far right, of course. Anybody who doesn't agree with anything he says is far right. So conservative now just means, because it's all been redefined and the categories have all shifted, conservative now just means sane person, right? The liberals of the past who were for, like, for instance, free markets and for free speech, they are now conservatives, whether they like it or not. I know they didn't make that decision themselves. The world made it for them. Also tolerating the crazies around them and pretending they were just, oh, well, they'll grow out of it. So a lot of it is liberals' fault themselves for just pandering to and tolerating the far left lunacy that was happening all around them, that was growing all around them constantly.